What up, Mackies and Maniacs? Hope everybody's doing all right, no matter where you may be. Tonight's special guest, CEO Hockley, he's about to be joining us, and we're just gonna chop it up, man, and get to know each other a little bit, and promote tomorrow's episode with him in Hollywood in the day room. Check it out. What up, homeboy?
What's good, Kid
Nothing,
Mac?
boy.
What's
Uh,
good, man? Shout out, man. Appreciate you having me on the show, man. And I see you don't do no plan. We get right to it over here, man.
yeah. I seen I got a chance to check y'all out the other day, man. I seen y'all beating around the bush for 12 or 15 minutes in the
Right.
beginning. Yeah, but it was interesting, man, because I see what I try to tell my audience. I don't go around looking at other YouTube channels. I don't know these other personalities. I don't know a lot of these names people learn from the internet or from banging on wax. So, I Cartoon mentioned you to me. I didn't know who the hell you was. I didn't know nothing about no day room. No disrespect. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it 100.
Right.
And there was all kind of rumors about me being on your show and me talking to you, and I didn't know nothing about this shit. But when I talked to you, I was like, man, this dude seemed pretty goddamn cool right here, and you stand on business.
Facts.
And what I respect about you, I don't know you, I don't know your history, good or bad, but what I respected about you off the top was the way you got at me, great communication skills, and it was all about business. Wasn't no hating on nobody, talking about nobody behind their back, or none of that. So welcome to the show, man. KM Video Live Streams, man. I'm interested to see what type of questions you guys got for me. And so my question for you would be, what is the day room? Tell me a little something about the day room.
Well, we got the day room. Hold on. I'm gonna try to pull it up for you, Kid Mac. I kind of forgot about that. Let me see if I can pull it up so you can show the audience. Hold on one second, man. But the day room itself is something me and a big homie of mine, OG Hollywood, created, right? And
Uh,
the thing was to be able to give people a platform to tell our stories on this side of the, down south, to be able to tell our stories and what we have going on, right? Hold on. I don't know. Can you see that there?
yeah, I see it.
I think it lets you add it to the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. So yeah, that this right here is the show for tomorrow. We got you. We got the legendary Kid Mac in the building tomorrow, man, and that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be love. But the guy you see over there, OG Hollywood, that's behind you with me, that's a guy that I met on Ferguson Unit, man, the notorious Ferguson Unit here in Texas. You know, one of them units like what y'all got up there, Pelican Bay.
Yeah.
The shoe program, it got one of them names called Gladiator School here in Texas, man. So that is the state of Texas Gladiator School. And I met the homie Hollywood when I was about 18 years old and he was 28 over there on Ferguson Unit. And so we created the day room to be able to, tell the true stories and give some of the names out there. I think kind of like the same reason you created the thing you do, man. Kind of like tell people stories, man.
Right. So let me ask you, what was your inspiration? What which one of y'all came up with the idea, and what prompted the idea?
Well, the inspiration was this, man. Just to be straight up honest with you, the inspiration is we don't know nothing about YouTube, right? We don't know shit about YouTube, but we see people telling stories about Ferguson or about Texas history that's kind of inaccurate, and we don't have a way of rebuttaling it, right? So in my mind, I'm just like, man, let's just do our own thing. Like, yeah, meaning like we don't have to do what other people doing.
Oh my God, my mistake. I'm sure he'll come back. Um, they said we don't have love for Texas and vice versa. They lied. Texas, Cali love. Yeah, my apologies. I was trying to kick the other one off and to kick both of you off.
And kick both of us out. Nah, that's cool. I was able to catch it. Yeah, so we ain't know nothing about YouTube, cuz. So the whole thing is creating our platforms because when you deal with other people on here about their platforms, unlike yourself, they don't really care about the truth. They don't care about integrity. All they care about is views. And if somebody or some content is giving them the views they want, they don't give a fuck about nobody else's story, man. They don't even try to balance the scales, right? So instead of trying to beg somebody to be on a platform, shit, we just decided to create our own and bring up everybody that we know that's really, that really went through it or really is a reputable from their section.
Right. So I got two questions. You keep saying OG Hollywood. So is Hollywood from a gang or was from a gang? If so, what set was that?
Nah, OG Hollywood is from No Set. And I know that sounds weird, but gangbang kind of hit Texas kind of late, right? And OG Hollywood is 10 years older than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So OG Hollywood is from West Dallas. I don't know if you ever heard of West Dallas, but he's from the notorious West Dallas projects. You know what I'm saying? And in his section, he was a real reputable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was somebody that called shots, that was a legend out there. And so he got the OG Hollywood moniker just based on him giving us game while we was in that system. So everybody on the show that ever been on the show, young or old, always talk about the wisdom that he shared with them. You know what I'm saying? And I could give you some, I could give you shit he taught me. I could give you some shit he taught me, man, when I was 19, 20 years old and dumb as a motherfucker, man, pushing that line.
Mm-hmm.
He told me, man, he said, and in jail, I'm kryptonite. So I'm kryptonite in here. And he like, kryptonite, I got a lot of respect for you, man. You got no fear, young nigga. You know what I'm saying? You push your line, you take your business, you don't give a fuck about the guards. He said, but you a dummy though, because you don't care about the outcome. He like, yeah, you the nigga that got the nuts to rob the bank, but you don't care if you get caught or not, so you don't spend the money. You stupid as a mother. And I was like, man, what the fuck is he talking about, man? I'm a dummy, because being young and dumb, you don't care about the consequences. It's all about crashing out. And, he was able to drop that on me, man, at a young age that kind of, woke me up, man. And I speak about that today at 45.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to give out a shout out to Cartoon 53, man. Cartoon's in the building. I know you had
Man,
him
shout
on
out
your
to
show.
Cartoon.
Yeah, he appeared on your show, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to Cartoon, man. So my next question was, I'll say since Hollywood didn't bang, so he's from no set. Uh, how about you? When you when
Oh,
you
man,
when
come
you
on.
when you
Come
was
on,
young
man.
and
It's
wild?
rolling 60s on my end,
Okay,
man. I'm from
all right,
Cedar Terrace Projects. I got put down with rolling 60s in 1993, man. You know what I'm
all right.
saying? Just a little history though. I'm from Galveston, Texas. So if we had to relate that to LA, Galveston is Long Beach to Houston. You know how Long Beach and LA are?
Yeah,
That's what we are to Houston, right?
right.
So it's the Houston Galveston Metroplex, and if we had to look at it from a regional standpoint, it's like Houston's Long Beach, right? And gangs hit pretty hard, man, in the
Mm-hmm.
late early 80s, 90s. So I want to say my big homies got put onto the gangs because of the drugs and because of colors and shit like that, right? And people from your section bringing that work out here, and pushing the line. And so shit, by 93, I was what, 14, 15? I got put on the same set of the same neighborhood that I grew up in, Cedar Terrace Projects.
Right, all right. Uh, yeah, I wasn't really trying to background check you, but
I'm gonna
feel
put it out there.
feel com- feel feel comfortable putting it out there. But another thing I wanted to know, you said that you guys wanted to cover the South. People in the South can come give their spiel. So is it how much of the South is it? It's not just Texas that you guys have for your platform.
Well, no, it's not Texas as you see, man. We reaching out to California. We reaching out to people because again, it's the business of YouTube.
But I
So
mean
as
in
it
the South.
relates to YouTube, we want to reach out to people whose stories kind of resonated in their section because regardless if it's Pelican Bay or Ferguson unit, if it's goddamn South Central or Cedar Terrace projects, you know what I'm saying? We kind of stuck in that cycle of violence and poverty that we all can relate to. So we just ain't want to narrow it down to Ferguson unit or Texas per se, but we want to give it that brand so people know that's what we represent and that's where it roots from.
Well, that was my whole thing. People from Chicago want me to cover Chicago and other play. I feel like Texas should cover Texas. If y'all cover outside of Texas, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying your core base, the people that you know about, the people that you can check when they lying or giving some false information or maybe make a mistake in their interview.
Right.
Because I don't feel like I'm qualified to be all up and down through Texas and Louisiana, and I don't know the landscape. And like you said, the project, I don't know one project from the next or where they located. So, if in order to get a best interview, in my estimation, you have to really know what it is you're asking about and what you want to get out the interview.
Facts. That's what makes your show so important, right? What gives your show validation is that you bringing up real people from the section, real reputables. You bringing up. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. I got turned on to Kid Mac videos. I just looked. I want to say it was 7 years ago when you did the Big U interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm brought to Big U because of the Nipsey situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man, you bring it. And once I heard the Horseman stories and all that, I'm like, damn, this real information. I mean, people outside of the state, people that never been to California, people outside of the state. It's like, where do you get the information from, right? If you're not getting it directly from a homie from California or somebody that's connected, where are you getting the real history from? And other than like, let's just say before YouTube, right? If you ain't getting it from them in the 80s, if you not getting it from Colors or you not going to LA, you don't know nothing about a Crip. You don't know nothing about an OG in different sections of the country, right? If crack don't hit and y'all don't start distributing that shit across the goddamn country, we probably never hear nothing about the six, right? So
Right.
those things kind of spread it, the information and the knowledge and all that different shit, right? But
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, when it comes to YouTube, it's you, kid, man. I mean, that's straight up. Outside of that, when
Mm-hmm.
it's the YouTube, is you bringing that history up here online that's informing people and giving people, like 48 module. In my town where I'm from is 2E. Second floor, 2E tank, 16-man tank, or 3H, right?
Mm-hmm.
In those times of the 90s. And now, yeah, so when I mean 48 module, I'm like, damn, I could, damn, cuz it was the same thing when we hit the tank. So you just bring in the real truth up here, and that's the only way we could get it other than going out there. You know what I'm saying? And I lived in LA for 6 months.
But see how you broke down your module and made a comparison? That's what I mean by people in their geographical area do their people and themselves a better service sticking around. Like I said, not limiting yourself, but the
Right.
core of your interview. I couldn't have never said nothing you just said. Whatever you said, two L, whatever
Two,
the hell,
yeah,
3C. I
yeah,
don't know nothing about that, but I know about 4,800, 3,200. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. The 9,000 floor. But um, all it
right.
is, man, you want to be able to communicate to your audience in the most clearest form that you can so they understand what you're talking about. If they don't understand and you continue to bring interviews, bring good, healthy conversation, they will start to understand everything you're talking about. You
Right,
feel me?
right. And that and straight up, cuz I'm gonna tell you, um, I really, as it relates to even like history and stuff like that, as it relates to my section, right, where I'm from, right. I didn't even. I was a kid getting put on. You know what I'm saying? I was in my neighborhood. My neighborhood was Crips. This the line we pushing. This what the homies with, and I'm with it. And in my generation, you would say it's like the second generation or the second wave, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
know, it was very murderous, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We done been to state schools out here. Y'all got YA, right? Out
Mm-hmm.
here it's called TYC.
Right, right.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So we got that history. We got all that stuff kind of wrapped up in one. And so, like you saying, it's only right that we bring our truths. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. Other than seeing you doing it on YouTube, like I told you when I talked to you, I didn't even think about doing it for my section. Why? Because we are so informed and paying attention. It's not even thinking like, well, damn, I could do what Kid Mac doing, right? For my section. So I didn't even see it like that. And the more aware of it that I then became, that it's recording history. You know, you are documenting history. You got the what's the homie Monster Cody interview. Imagine if you not here doing that.
Mm-hmm. I, Monster done interviews before me. Not YouTube, but on DVDs that they had put out.
Right.
He been on 60 Minutes and stuff like that. But
No, but I'm saying that coming home, that real raw.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And what I was gonna say, we so called worst enemies, rivals. So that made it interesting and really
right,
got people to see that he still had respect for the 60s, which became his arch rivals. And
right,
and that he was really serious about sharing history, not just with me, but the rest of the world. And that's why he was endorsing me when he
right,
talked about our historian and stuff like that. But I think that I think sitting down with Monster was probably our single greatest interview that we had as far as for the platform goes. Of course, Big Rebo was one of my all-time favorite interviews. We had fun chopping it up with Rebo. But
right. And then rest in peace to Barefoot Pookie. See, I don't know these people only through your platform. And imagine if you hadn't captured this history. So when it get to other channels and it get to the competitive nature of this shit, or niggas dissing or trying to put people down or do this, bro, listen. You have solidified yourself and it represents in this market of bringing your history, right? Or the history of your section or your area of Los Angeles to the
mhm.
forefront. When I called you a LA gang historian, you was like, I didn't know you never heard that before.
Well, I mean, I've heard it. What I was trying to tell you was, I'm glad that's how you labeled me, as
Oh, okay.
opposed
I
to
got you.
OG Rolling 60 Crip. That the typical titles that people put on people, and it
Right,
can be misleading because I'm not active. I'm not out there with a gun in my pocket busting on no bloods that come through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advocating killing somebody or anything like that, from a curb or street corner or passing car, nothing like that. So I just thought it was, I just appreciate the fact that that's the title that you gave me,
right,
So,
right. Nah, that's just the light that we see you in, homie. So you know what I'm saying. And you know, like when I hollered at you, I was giving you flowers from a businessman perspective, of getting on, taking care of business and leading the way. Is it some channels better? Is it some channels bigger? Is it some channels more informed? There probably is. That's no knock on them. What I'm saying is my introduction is through Kev Mac videos.
mm. um, I mean that speaks volumes, man. And sometimes I feel good about it, sometimes I don't. Like the clown stuff that goes on social media, not just YouTube, on social media. It kind of bothers me because I don't want to be lumped in with all that. But we talk positive about YouTube. Some of the other positive channels, guys that uh, kind of got their start from me and they doing good things, it make me feel proud, make me feel good. But
Right.
I guess
Well,
I guess with anything, there's good and the bad to come with it.
well, you already know, homie. Like we had to talk offline, man. Um, you in the forefront. Heavy is the head, he who wears the crown, as they say. To him who is much is given, much is required. So all that shit just come with it just come with it, bro. You can't pray for rain and then cry when it's mud.
Right. True.
Yeah, yeah, you can't sit around and pray that it rain and then get mad because it's mudslides or it's
Mm-hmm.
mud. Like
Correct.
all that come hand in hand. Now I know there's some shit we don't want to deal with, but hey, man, that's just the position you in, and you just handle it accordingly. But social media, I see, is about that. It's about the bullshit. If me and you right now ain't on here cussing and fussing at each other, or hollering, or hitting up, or saying this and that, it don't get as much traction as grown men having a conversation the way we having it, right? So that's just the way this shit's set up. So I will admit I do indulge. I do get on here and I goddamn me indulge in some of the bullshit, but I don't care nothing about that shit because at the end of the day, your catalog, cuz the catalog you got speak for itself, man.
Well, you know, as it pertains to you and your person, what you do on YouTube, like I tell everybody got their own lane. I mean, if that's what you indulge in, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk about somebody doing something like that, I look at it like if the person feel the shoe fit, then wear it. But I'm not necessarily calling out no certain individuals when I say that. It's just a blanket statement of how I perceive things. And
Right,
everybody ain't gonna get down the way I get down, and I'm not gonna get down the way everybody else get down. Uh,
right,
and usually when I say that, it's not it's not always a knock on people. That's a genre that people like to watch. People like daytime drama. And if you notice, most of the drama channels, they drop early in the morning or midday. They not around at nighttime. They're not doing the drama at night. You know what I mean? And,
right,
and you know, I enjoy YouTube, and I just wanted to be a valuable source for all content creators, not something that make our people look bad. And then you got like white executives or anybody with some money, they could be black or whatever, want
right,
have some money and want to put something behind somebody, but then they be like, man, these dudes are childish and immature, and all they do is hate on each other. Man, they don't want to put no money behind nobody like that. You
right.
know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then too,
right. That makes sense. But I'm on consistently 7 months, man. Right.
yeah,
The day room platform has been going on for 2 years. Right. Me
yeah.
and Hollywood just linked up. Right.
Mhm.
So what I do know about this shit, though, what the people watching might not know about this shit, is that this ain't easy. That's another reason why people may be mad at me, man. Getting these cameras, filming these hours and hours of footage, editing it, putting it up, making sure the sound right. Man, look, cuz I graduated 8th grade, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. They try to tell me I dropped out, nigga. I graduated 8th grade. 8th grade for me was goddamn 1994. They wasn't teaching about no motherfucking digital cameras or no motherfucking stream yard or none of that shit there. So yeah, this shit ain't as easy as you make it seem, nigga. It's not that easy, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You know, it's like anything. It's like shooting free throws, man. It's repetition. Doing it over and over, it's gonna look easy. When Kobe Bryant went to the free throw line, it didn't like he looked like he was struggling. Now when Shaq or Dwight Howard went to the free throw line, it looked like they were struggling, but they didn't put in as much work as Kobe did. So, like you said,
facts.
you talk about my catalog, and I got a partner, baby S Mac. So we when you keep doing it over and over, yeah, it seems easy because we already know what type of questions we're gonna ask. We already know a lot of history, and so it is easy. And that's what I'm telling you in your section. You keep because you know how the CDC go and I mean TDC, my bad, TDC
Yeah,
go.
TDC.
Yeah, and you can you can narrow down your interviews to catch somebody giving wrong information or getting a story, maybe running across some mutual friends that was in there. You know, when you're in prison, you know who was in there when you left. Somebody come
Right,
behind you, maybe they in there with some of the people you was in. So
right.
so my point is, when you keep doing that over and over about your section, the shit gonna be so easy to you too, though. That's all it is putting the work in.
Right, and that's the part we want to get to. So again, man, I appreciate you, pulling up on us tomorrow, man. I'm gonna save some of the questions for
Yeah,
tomorrow at 8 p.m. Man, I want to be able to, drop some real questions. So I
yeah,
mean, we having real dialogue now, but I got some good questions in there that I want to ask you as it relates to, building the content and doing different things.
for sure, for sure.
But but yeah, coming up here, man, it's an honor to be on the show. It's an honor to work with Cartoon. The world is much smaller now, man. I mean, we all connected. It's like I was in prison. I read a book about 7 degrees of separation. That we was like 7 people away from anybody in the world. Now it's like 1 degree, man. You know what I'm saying? We like all are 1 degree separated from each other. So being able to reach out to you, being able to work with you, yeah. Shout out to my guy Eric Scott, man. They in the building. I can't see everybody in there. Claus, I met Keith Claus on here. I met a few people on here, man. Shout out to Slugger. Yeah, few people in the building came over and tapped in with me, man. C Stone. So you got a lot of love, kid. You got a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been very informative to a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I'm able to create a little bit of that history. I'm glad I'm able to be a part of your catalog. I'm glad you able to be a part of mine. I wish other YouTubers are, just as business minded as I continue to go on. But I mean, again, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I meet people at their level of understanding, man, and keep it pushing.
Man, it's something I want to say. It's not a question. I guess it's a statement. So you can
Right,
respond if you want to, how you want to, or don't respond at all. But I got a couple comments in the comment section, and and on my Instagram direct message, and they
right,
were saying that now that I'm gonna go on with Hollywood CEO Hockley, that I'm condoning the bullshit and I'm part of the problem. So I want to say this to the people. I don't have to say this to you because me and you ain't had no past relationship. But I'm saying to the people that's watching, and I'm not talking about my regular Mackies and maniacs, but those that straddle the fence or looking for somebody to blame to make themselves feel happy. Man, I don't know what CEO Hockley got going on with anybody. I didn't know this dude. I didn't watch his platform. It's a lot of other platforms I don't watch, and it's some that I once used to watch, and it's some I ain't never gonna watch. My thing is, the brother got at me, communicated well. We got some business going on. I like his representation, how he got at me. I watched this couple videos on this platform. I like the platform. I thought it was unique. And so I'm gonna follow through with the brother. Same shit I've been telling y'all all along. You know what I mean? And he just happened to be the one to step up, and I ended up liking. Now, whatever beefs he got, that's his issue. That ain't my issue. And whoever got a problem with him, that's their issue. Whoever got a problem with me, that's their issue because it ain't my issue. So I just had to throw that out there, bro. Um, because
Yeah, man, that's a good disclaimer, man. Listen, Kid Mac ain't got nothing to do with me slapping the shit out you niggas, man. Yeah, he ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Yeah, whatever I bring up or whatever I talk about is what I talk about. So now that we kind of saying that, Kev, it's like I'm new to the internet.
mm,
So listen, when I'm coming to the internet, Yeah, shout out to the homie Stone C, Dallas, Texas in the building. Texas is in here, man. Eric is out of G County, man. The people are in the building. So when I'm coming on the internet, K Mac, people are already established. Whether they telling truths, whether they telling lies, whether they saying whatever they want to say, right? They are already established on the internet. So I realized for me to have my presence, man, I gotta clean some of that shit up with these niggas, man. I gotta challenge some of these niggas. It's no different from when I was in prison and I hit the yard for the first time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, niggas saying you got it, you the one. I don't deal with anxiety well. I can't wait for somebody to do something for me. I'm an offensive player. Yeah, I'm an offensive player. So when I come in the game, I'm not waiting for the niggas to get together to, check me. Nigga, hey, where the checking station at? Yeah, I'm here, knocking on the table. Where the checking station at, man? Let's run that. And see, that approach intimidates people off top. It's like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know, cuz it's like this. When I was growing up, I would get in trouble as a kid. And I don't know, but my mama be like, she would fuss at me and she'll tell me to go in the room and that, I'm gonna whoop your ass, go in that room and don't come out till I come in there. I remember being in the room and just having anxiety of getting my ass whooped to where I gotta come out. I would come out the room and ask for my ass whooping, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? I couldn't suffer in that room waiting to hear the door open. Nah, see that shit there fucks me up, man. I don't deal with anxiety like that. I have to face my fears. So coming on this internet, cuz I'm like, hey, yeah, I want the smoke, nigga. You niggas lying. Yeah, I give you straight up. You don't know, but I had a lot of back and forth with OG Percy. Are you familiar with the internet star OG Percy?
Yeah. Hoover out of Texas.
Okay, Hoover out of Texas. So I can explain this. Traditionally, growing up, right, and being part of the Rolling 60s, being part of the sets here in Texas, our biggest rivals in outside of LA or here in Texas was the Hoovers. Well, I know y'all got into it with the Hoovers and the A-Tray, but for us, it was Five Deuce Hoover. If 60 brands spread it, Five Deuce brand spread it, right? I want to say maybe it was because of what's the movie?
Hoover Deuce.
South Central.
South Central, yeah.
South Central. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it was because of that. I really don't know. Like, 60s didn't have a movie, right? Yeah, I got 60s out the street, right? I got put on the set on the street. It wasn't a movie, but that South Central, that Five Deuce, that spread it huge. And that started being our rivals out here in Texas when it came to the Crip on Crip thing, right? It was always a 60 and Five Deuce rival. Well, OG Percy, he built the audience up for himself through battle rapping, through all kind of stuff and different things. But my biggest thing with him was the Ferguson shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He was riding his tails from the Crip and his Ferguson thing real hard. Now, if you see somebody, how can I put it, man? If you see somebody telling stories about your set or telling stories about your experience in your set, and you feel like it's inaccurate because they talking about the 2010s. But as they tell their stories in the 2010s, where it's cameras, gang injunctions, and all that going on, they making it seem like it's the late 80s or the 70s, right? So I just seen where he was confused, and I just came to put some straightening on that shit. Not only for the Ferguson shit, but for the homies in Fort Worth, that's Five Deuce or Rolling 60s that I know personally. The real street niggas out there that I know personally that just wasn't rocking with it. Now, for him, it's like I'm trying to destroy him. Man, I can't destroy nobody on YouTube, nigga. I came up here to straighten this shit out. I got my iron out. I got my starch, nigga, and I'm finna put a crease in this shit because you can't have the ball no more, nigga. Yeah, that's all that shit is, nigga. Yeah, you up here and your khakis wrinkled, nigga. Yeah, so me and him went back and forth, and it was foul, it was whatever. But at the end of the day, we agree to disagree. And I'm just letting them know you can't represent Texas. You can't represent us like that, man. You can't be the leader in your condition. That's just how I feel. I don't know if y'all ever had that with people in the hood, but based on your condition and your representation online, we ain't rocking that, man. I'm letting the whole world know we ain't rocking that. That don't mean you go away. That don't mean you're a mark. I'm just putting my spin on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what me and him agree to disagree.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know about to what extent, but at least on YouTube, you got dudes out here that'll tell a story. Hell yeah, they get pissed off when I tell my side of the story. And it
Right.
ain't like you said, it ain't to call nobody no mark, no buster, or say they wasn't this and they status wasn't all that. It's to give you my side of the goddamn story. So I always wonder about people that get upset with that. Like, and why you can't have a conversation? Why have to be a screaming match? Nigga, this is how it was from my side. And you already told us how you felt from your side. Now, why you feel like you got to keep going back and forth with me? Because I'm not about to go back and forth with you.
Right. Right. We ain't got it. So, and listen, I done said what I said, and I say it again. With me feeling how I feel, shout out to OG Person. Yeah. Shout out to OG Person and the work he done put in on internet. Is my era now as it relates to this Texas shit. Yeah, I got the ball. It's my ball. That's how I feel about the shit. Does that sound cocky? Does that sound bold? You motherfucking right is dude. Nigga, it's my motherfucking ball now. Nigga, it's my time.
You kind of a little bit sound like Charleston White. So, are you and Charleston White friends or what? How
Man,
does that work?
listen. I know Charleston White personally. Now, I'm saying this I can give you some little history on that, right? Charleston White is from Fort Worth, man. Charleston White went to state school as a kid at 14 for a murder case. He taught y'all know his story. All that shit is real. Charleston White got out when he was 21. He's been a community activist from the time that he got out, pretty much. He had his ups and downs, but he's been a community activist probably since 1998, all the way up to y'all start getting him on the internet in 2000 or something, right? So Charleston White, as it relates to his history in state school and in relation to his reputation, who we call C-Nut, Charleston White name is C-Nut. Y'all ought to know why. We said that nigga was crazy then. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is it's been a level of consistency to who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Charleston White made the conscious effort, right, to distance himself from his gang shit, right, to sever ties with that shit. He grew up to a point to where he done with that shit, and he don't care nothing about honoring it or holding on to it. Hey, that's him. As a man, that's his business, right, on how he feel. Now, when it gets to the dissing shit, and it gets to where he stand and feel about different things, again, man, that's his business, man. I give you a prime example. That nigga diss Nipsey Hussle. Nigga, I love Nipsey Hussle. Nigga, I love what Nipsey stood for. I love how Nipsey represented the neighborhood and the set and the businessman, me being a businessman too. But what Charleston White felt about Nipsey Hussle and what he said about Nipsey Hussle ain't have shit to do with me. I'm not offended by that. Meaning like, oh, that's how you feel about that? Well, hey, man, that's your business. You deal with that. I'm not emotionally caught up on how he feel trying to correct him. I'm not dealing with it like that. Meaning like I'm not, he said some shit about George Floyd. He said some shit about everybody. That means goddamn, that nigga got you mad over a whole bunch of shit and ain't nothing you could do about it. I ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah, but the disrespect is it's just too much. But
Facts.
I wasn't going there with all that. I was just asking your relations to him because I don't know. But when you made those statements about, yeah, nigga, it's my time, and you sounded like Charleston White, and I know y'all from around the same area. That's why I.
Oh yeah, that's why you brought up. No, I bring that up because with Percy, it's the gang and street mentality. That's the prison mentality. That ain't Charleston White mentality. I mean, here in Texas, it's that, cuz it's my ball, nigga. Yeah, it's my ball. That's how we do it here. I mean, that's just what it is, man. Especially if you saying you the leader. Now, y'all got people online from the section that's saying they is the face of the section and they the leader. You gonna get challenged when you put them kind of titles on yourself, right or wrong.
Right, absolutely.
Absolutely. So he gave himself them titles, and I ain't with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't with that. You can't have that title. My ball, nigga, my Knicks.
Yeah.
That's how I'm speaking on it. I
Yeah.
know y'all say well, that's the Charleston White thing, but what I'm saying is this: if he wasn't speaking on these topics, I wouldn't be coming at him. So
Yeah.
I'm not Charleston White. I'm not going after people based on what they got going on or what they feel. I'm addressing as it represents Texas, as it represents Ferguson, as it represents the real street niggas out here that's taking care of business for real. Percy can't represent us, nigga. It's my ball. And that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it is what it is, dog. But as it pertains to Charleston White and any other clown, I choose who I listen to and who I don't listen to, and I feel like everybody has that right. You don't have to listen to somebody if you don't like what they say or you don't like the individual, and that sums it up for me. You know what I mean?
Facts. Nah, facts.
Yeah, I
Facts,
ain't got.
man. But okay, let me ask you this. You out there in LA, you in the inception of this gang crack era. I mean, you right there. You what, 10 years? I'm 45. You 10 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
You right there in the middle of this shit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you done seen this shit grow. You done start documenting this shit, right? How do you see this gang banging shit playing out on YouTube? You just see it's turning into what I'm trying to say is this. When I grew up, we didn't have social media. So you got your reputation on the streets. Like my name Kryptonite. I got that on the street. That's based on my reputation out in the streets. Most people don't have that. They don't have even neighborhoods they get so it's like the only reputation they could get is online. And I'm like, damn, man, I'm glad I grew up when I grew up.
Yeah. My homie Keystone said something similar the other day. He's a older homie, respected homie in the hood. Uh, but to answer your question, I kind of had already answered the question when I was talking about the state of YouTube now. I don't like it, but it ain't for me to say how a person's supposed to be on YouTube. I can say that's not a good example, but I can't tell them how to do their YouTube channels. Uh,
Right,
I just feel like, bro, like me, you, Cartoon, whoever else is on YouTube, that there's people watching us. And all them people ain't black. And we are represent, you may think you represent Fort Worth or Crip or 60 Crip in Texas. I might feel like I'm representing whatever it may be in LA. But no, we represent black people, man. We
right,
represent black men, fathers. We are fathers. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good look to the rest of the world, bro. I'm here to tell you that.
right. But then back to what you saying. This shit is honored, my nigga. Like the book, if you look at it, let's say for instance, Crip Mac, and I ain't saying he fake. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the niggas that's clowning and bullshitting, they got the deals.
Oh, name somebody besides C Mac that got a deal.
No, I don't even
Oh,
mean deals. I'm
oh,
trying to say they have the opportunities
oh,
coming to them,
yeah,
like the
yeah. No,
opportunities.
that's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact. You don't. I don't need a roll call because what you're saying is true. But that still ain't for me. It might be for other people, but not
Right.
me. But yeah,
Right.
so again, to your question about YouTube, I feel like I feel like dudes that come on YouTube that's looking for a reputation that they miss to just tone it down a little bit, man, and just keep it as real as possible. One thing I found out, and this may not work for everybody, you know what I mean, but I feel like people accept me for the truth or being as close to the truth as possible. Some people feel like they have to lie and fantasize, and some people happen to be attracted to that. You
Right.
feel me? Uh, I mean, there's lies about one of my homeboys on YouTube right now, and it's worldwide, and it went from the internet to the streets, not just surrounding our hood, but in our hood that's believing this shit because social media can shape your mind. And I'm like, man, this is crazy, man, because back in the day, nigga, not only could you get killed for it, nigga, you wouldn't even do this shit back in the day because it's a lie, it's slander, it's propaganda. So that's what I don't like about not just YouTube, but the media, period. CNN, Fox, MSNBC, everybody got their own motives and the way they shape different subjects and breaking news or current news. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So my point of it was that I'm glad I'm of age and I'm not a young guy looking for a reputation because society is set up for you to get your reputation on YouTube. Society is set up for you to broadcast your reputation so you could go to jail. It's set up, it's a mean trick bag. And I think about it, let's just be real. Let's go back to the late 80s, early 90s. You growing up in the set. Imagine if this shit existed then. I mean, we was crazy. Imagine if you could get on the phone and see somebody from 8 Trade going live. Like, I mean, this shit is out of control and it's very powerful. I'm just blessed to not have to grow up in this era of the street, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, this is a very powerful tool, but I believe it's being misused. I'm gonna quit saying that because you know how I feel now. But I just, I just like to remind people that I don't agree with it. But because I don't agree with it, don't mean everybody else is gonna feel the same way I feel. Like you said, man, anybody that oppose me on what I'm saying about this, it's all right to oppose it. You know why? Because, like you said, they do numbers sometimes. So it's working for some people. Like you said, some of them got, they getting deals, they getting known. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're absolutely right. So you can really go either way. I just prefer to go the way that I've been going. I don't want to change now, not in the ninth inning. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't think you need to change. I don't think you should change, right? And I think, it's a flip side to every coin. It's
Yeah.
their side, and I can contribute it mostly to age. Now the older niggas that's doing it with no deal, the older niggas that's doing it for reputation, that's trying to be real, trying to get the rep that they never had or the respect they never had by coming on this internet and blasting people or acting like they standing on business. I think that's some total bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's some total fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's niggas doing it that ain't got no deals, that ain't got no offers, that's just excited to create chaos. You know what I'm saying? In Texas prison, we call that cell warriors. Niggas that will, if you lock, let's say, I think out there y'all got like the shoe program where, you normally in the cell by yourself all day, right? And
Yeah.
and the motherfucker up on the till just talking cash shit all day. Yeah, man, you got these niggas on this bitch that's just straight up cell warriors to where when they do see you, they want to apologize and shake your hand, man. So I ain't that's the shit that's the shit I got no respect for, man. People are creating mischief and chaos, like you say. A homie out your hood is dealing with that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? And they know it's some bullshit. Nah, that's fucked up.
I wonder how many people know it's bullshit as opposed to how many are ignorant to what paperwork really is. Uh, Another problem, I tell my audience a lot that we're in an age of where people are real lazy. You can order your food from your fucking bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You can order anything, Amazon next day, anything, to a fast food restaurant or order it no more. We just some lazy individuals. I bring that up because it's the same with the internet and paperwork. If somebody says somebody's a rat, somebody's a snitch, instead of people actually looking at the paperwork and reading it, they go with what the person says. That is faulty. Back in the day, when you talk about 80s and 90s, I bullshit you not. I don't know how it is in Texas. I'm sure it was the same in the system anyway. That will get your mouth split.
Right,
Repeating somebody else's propaganda that you don't know whether it's true or not, but happens to be false, you will get your mouth split. So
right,
that's the difference from back then and now. One of many differences, but um, I can't. Like I told the homie today, man, I'm not gonna keep defending my homie. I'm not a PR person. I don't get paid to speak up for nobody. I just want to stand on what's right. So when I see the bullshit, I want to call out the bullshit. And I would hope somebody call out the bullshit when it's me that the propaganda is directed at. And I think we all should. If you stand on what's true, then people have the right to decide if they want to stand on truth or just be an asshole and admit that they hate a dude. You know what I mean?
right. That's the thing that my analogy is the clean glass versus the dirty glass. So you see people drinking out the dirty glass of water. All you saying is, look, man, I'm gonna put the clean glass up here and let them decide. You know what I'm saying? Because they drinking the shit out that dirty water, man, and it ain't like that. And even though the glass clean, don't mean they gonna choose it over that, man. Some people just want to run with the lie. So that's always my analogy, man. It's a dirty glass, it's a clean glass, right? And the
Mm.
person that's finna take the drink gonna tell you who they are,
Yeah,
especially once you present the truth. You see what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And leave it there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. So just give me an idea about what we gonna talk about tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man, we're gonna talk about you just sharing your wisdom as it relates to creating content. You sharing some of the up and downs of your journey on YouTube. You and the homie, I didn't know you had a homie S Mac, right? But that's cool too. If the homie want to come on, he could come on too. Because I, when you said that, I, it's me in Hollywood, and what a lot of people don't know is that, man, you can't do this shit by yourself, man. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about life. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have people around you that's like-minded, that's being able to help goes a long way. So with the day room tomorrow, we want you to come in the day room, bless the day room, and kind of give us some of your wisdom as we embark on our journey of creating content, recording history, documenting experiences, right? And we
Um,
just want to be able to, get some of your wisdom
yeah.
as, we roll on our journey.
Well, I'm anxious to share and answer your questions as it pertains to S Mac. My partner, he don't like to be on camera, so you can forget it. Don't even worry about him coming on. That ain't
No,
his
no,
style.
no. I just
I know.
offered
I'm
it
just
because
saying.
you said
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, no. I'm just saying you ain't got to worry about that though. He don't. He don't. He won't even come on my show. He won't even sit in your seat right now. But homie always been a low profile type of guy, and
Right.
and you kind of right, man. About needing somebody else. Yeah, we could all do it on our own, but if you want to do it best, yeah, you need somebody to help you through it, man. I mentioned. I mean, it could be financial. It can be a hiccup in a relationship. It could be building a YouTube channel. It could be writing a book. Anything. Two heads are better than one.
Every time, but that's another part of our culture of everybody want to be the man.
Yeah,
right? So when you saying the homie don't even want to come on, I'm telling you, bro, that's valuable.
Yeah,
That's a gem,
yeah.
right? Because that's hard to find in today's time, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the homie just want to do the work, man. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
he's a good guy, a helpful guy. Always been though. He always been that way. Um, Good dude, really good dude. But you know what's funny is me and him, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but we don't never argue. We
Right.
never get into an argument. Either he gonna convince me to see things his way, or like you said earlier, me and him just gonna agree to disagree. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna sit and harp on nothing, especially something small, because you know why? Our our tenure of knowing each other, our friendship is too valuable to let a little argument or a little disagreement put a hiccup in our friendship.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Me and Hollywood and some of the homies that I've been able to grow with, right, through our differences, right? We
Mhm.
agree to disagree. And here's another thing though. If you want to do it and I don't want to do it, and I can agree to disagree and I support you doing it, right?
Mhm.
And the results, we gonna leave it up to the results. This is how we always end it. I'm not just saying with Hollywood in general. We gonna leave it up to the results. Let your ends justify your means. And we get to the end result, and let's say it is short or it didn't work. I knew it didn't work, but I went along with you because you didn't know. You had to go through the experience to learn. My thing is not saying I told you so. My thing is getting you acknowledge that yeah, it was a better way to do it. And now we ain't gonna do it that way no more because now we both share the same experience, right? Because I
Yeah.
went through it with you. But it's hard to get people to acknowledge that result. And that's where the problem come in. Motherfucker now have resentment on you for knowing
Yeah,
once they get to
absolutely.
the end and it don't work in most relationships. You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact. You know what's funny about me and S Mac though? We do the I told you so's. We can't wait to say I told you so. But in our friendship, this is how that go though. Yeah, you was right. Yeah, you did say that. You called it. That's how we be.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. When I say I told you so, like you don't try to say he was dumb for not knowing. You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
try to
yeah,
say like, listen, not now will you listen? Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah. Now, well, I say it to say, nigga, believe me, because
believe me.
I'm older and sometimes I make some mistakes, but I be trying to show the homie like a lot of stuff I speak on I lived through. So just trust me, believe me, homie. But he's very good at telling me this nigga ain't no good, that nigga ain't no good, that nigga ain't no good. And I'm
Right,
the type I gotta learn for myself. But I'm gonna keep it at a distance, but I still gotta learn for myself because just because you and somebody ain't friends don't mean me and that person can't be friends. We just can't be friends together. We just can't hang out together. But I'm gonna hang out with that nigga, and I'm gonna hang out with you and your family. That's how I get out. But
right. Nah, I mean it's just dope, bro. Again, and I guess that wisdom of working with people just comes with time. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that, time brings about and it comes through time. It comes with time and it comes through experience. But for us
yeah,
to be on YouTube, uh, another one of my things, what I was bringing up to Percy when me and he was making our little amends, so to speak, right? And
uh,
agreeing and disagreeing is looking back at how many people didn't make it this far, cuz.
oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like how many people didn't make it to this point, right? Just in general. So it's a treasure for us to even be here to be able to record and have the stories, right?
yeah, yeah,
But you can't. What I'm trying to say is this: it's people your age, my age, that can survive this long, right? And they
mm,
still just as ignorant. It's like they should have. I'm gonna say it like this because I said it to Percy. I could have been wrong, but I was trying to get him to realize that nigga, you got something valuable. You are in a space So many people that died and fought for you to be in this space, only for you to not care about it and abuse it. I say, if you was gonna survive this long and get to this level and not care about it and abuse this space, I was like, nigga, you should have died in the drive-by when you was 13, nigga. Do you see what I'm saying? I was trying to, I was being that rude to let him know that, man, it's too important for us to be here and to make it to this point to act like we don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, everybody's enjoying the convo. So tomorrow, man, y'all gonna really enjoy the convo because he gonna have me on the hot seat telling about my journey through this YouTube stuff and documenting gang history in the county of Los Angeles. So he had his people come over here and watch us. I want y'all to go over to the day room tomorrow and watch us again. So good looking out, CEO Hockley. In closing, you got anything you want to say? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Man, in closing again, I want to salute you for letting me be a part of your content, let me be a part of your catalog. CEO Hockley is here now, man. It's my era as it relates to Texas. It's me and my homies era as it relates to Texas. I appreciate you having me on the platform. I appreciate you blessing us tomorrow to come on our platform. I appreciate your chat and your audience. What it is, the
Mac
maniacs.
heads and maniacs.
Say it again.
The Mac heads and the maniacs.
Yeah, shout out to the Mac heads and the maniacs. Man, it's been a blessing, bro. Thank you for being a man of your word. Thank you for standing on business, man. You know what I'm saying? And I see we gonna do much more business, man. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning, man. I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in. Y'all can tune in tomorrow on CEO Hockley, OG Hollywood channel. You know what I'm saying? We'll have it out and we'll have your day room, man. We're gonna bring you into the day room, kid. Come on through, man.
So
It's
my gun,
on. It's 8 o'clock Texas time, 9 o'clock East Coast, 6 o'clock West Coast time.
6 p.m., y'all. I'm there.
6 p.m. tomorrow, man. I appreciate you, kid, man. Y'all enjoy and listen. Keep being consistent, man.
Yeah,
Regardless of
that's
what
what I'm
you're
trying to
going
do.
through, I want to encourage you, man, to keep going, bro. You done came too far. Your 30 days of lives or whatever goals you done set for yourself for 2024, keep swinging, cuz. Stay on your feet. Head up. Stay on your feet. Keep swinging, man. Don't stop, man. Salute to you, brother.
For sure. Good looking on the words of encouragement and nice chopping it up with you. I'll see you tomorrow.
I bet.
Bet. All right, that's gonna do it for CEO Hockley, man. I can't wait to see how I go tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never really got down into the what goes on with these YouTube videos and these interviews and stuff like that. You know, like he said, the ups and the downs. We don't really talk about that. You guys are oblivious to some of the things that go on behind the scenes sometimes. But good looking out, Shotty Mac. I appreciate you, homeboy, on the super chat. OG Steve, like always. Scott Eric. Buy houses cash. All right, all right. I like that title. Stone C600, Slugger. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going back live again today, though. I'm going live. I might play some music for y'all to see if y'all want to can it or be a fan of it. So I already explained to this missus that you guys are a tough crowd, but if you like it, be sure to let her know you like it. If not, hey, she gotta have thick skin. I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in a little while. Peace.